Hello, people. Welcome to Choco Millionaire. So I'm here with my brother, Samuel, and Samuel has an interesting story he would like to share with us. Samuel, welcome to Choco Millionaire.
Thank you, my brother.
Beautiful. Samuel, which country are you from?
I'm from Ghana.
You're from Ghana?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Which part of Ghana? Region Bang in Ghana?
I'm from Ashanti region. My mom is from Brownford region, and my father is from Eastern region, but we grew up in Ashanti region, so that is where we were bred. So I've been in Ashanti region for all my life.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, Sisia Menoka say, as I speak with you right now, what's your location? Why?
Currently I'm in Michigan, Ypsilanti to be precise. I'm in the city of Ypsilanti. I'm pursuing applied statistics at Eastern Michigan University.
Applied statistics, Eastern Michigan University.
Yeah.
Okay. Any Oben power Detroit border.
Yeah, maybe I'm
Windsor.
yeah.
Cross over na Peter shower maybe Abema Peter be shower that side.
Yeah.
Okay, you live just 3.5 hours probably away from us here.
Yeah.
Beautiful, Michigan. Apply statistics. Is that a master's, a bachelor's? What program is it?
Master's. I'm reading my master's.
Master's apply statistics. 2-year program?
2-year, yeah.
Okay. And who is paying your fees for you? One HO fees amount.
Luckily, I was offered an assistantship which covers my tuition and provides me a monthly stipend.
So the assistantship is enough to cover your tuition.
Yeah.
Now, Mpacho, school fees saying, how much is your school fees?
My school fees near per annum near 31,000, and per semester now I'm supposed to pay like 15,000 plus.
But there are 2 semesters, so about 15,000 per semester for a year. That's about 30,000 thereabout.
Yeah.
Okay. So $30,000 for 1 year, and it's a 2-year program.
Yeah.
And you are telling me that your job as an assistant, a teaching assistant, is that a graduate assistant or a
graduate teaching assistant,
graduate teaching assistant. So you are like a TA.
Yeah.
Okay. And the money you are making is enough to cover your school fees.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, they inside small. they make you're making quite a bit, huh?
Like you see in the US system, no. I say so what you Canada they will give you the money to you. They will give the money to you. They will handle the money to you. So whether you pay it or not, but in the US system, they will deduct the tuition from it before they will hand over the rest to you.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a difference between the US system and the Canada system. Canada system, when you get a funding like 40,000, they will give you the 40,000 Canadian dollars. As to how you manage the money, they don't care about it. But in the US system, when you get a scholarship of like 50,000, they will deduct the fees from it before they will hand over the rest to you.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, mine worked a little bit different when I was here. My scholarship was over $20,000. It was applied to my student account.
Yeah.
And if there is any leftover, then they will pay it to you. But then I had a separate teaching assistantship job. Yeah. And that one, I was paid the money directly into my bank account, right? Yeah. And sometimes we forget that we have to use it to pay, and we use it to sort ourselves out, Yeah. All right. Okay. So did you apply for the assistantship position separately, or it was automatically given to you?
For the first one that I had, it was automatically given to me, but the 100% I have to apply because I went for the interview like 4 times. So I had the 50% assistantship during my 3rd interview, and that one I didn't apply. But for the 100%, I have to apply for it.
You apply for it separately. Yeah. All right, viewers. Welcome to Chocolate Millionaire. You're watching me interview Atta Samuel or Samuel Atta. He's from Ghana. His parents are from Brong-Ahafo region and Eastern region, but he was raised in the Ashanti region. He's currently in Michigan doing his master's in statistics, applied stats, a 2-year program. And he tells me that he got some assistantship money, which is basically a job, teaching assistant, and the money is enough to cover his tuition. All right. Now, let me also apologize. The title of this video should have been "My Agent Could Not Type," not "My Agent Could Not Read." Because tell us about that. What do you mean by that? I told you I was going to make that the title because for me, I didn't. Go ahead and
I completed the University of Cape Coast in 2015. I read mathematics and economics education in 2015. So after gradu- graduation, I was lucky and I was posted to a secondary school to go and teach. After service, uh, uh, luck smiled on me, and right after service, I completed the service in August, and by September, I started working as a government teacher in a secondary school in Asante Mampong. When I went there, we were small boys. Like they call us small boys because we were very young.
How old were you by then? Now
Like
what you
20. I was getting to 25 years.
Now we debate 25. Okay.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
the school was a new school, so we were having like old teachers, private teachers coming there to teach. So they were like 14. And the government posted like 23 young and vibrant teachers to the place. Yeah. In 2016, when my mama was about to leave office, we were posted in September 2016. And when we went there was this guy among us. Always when he comes to school, he will be telling us that, oh, as for teaching, he will leave. And in about 2 weeks, I couldn't see the guy again.
He quit the job?
Yeah, he quit the job to Germany.
To Germany?
Yeah. So we were in touch. We were communicating. I was asking him, Charlie, show me the way so that I can also follow your footsteps, because this teaching job needed. You see, and the reason why I wanted to leave the teaching fraternity is that when I was doing the service, I was being paid like 350 cedis. When I got the job,
you were being paid like 350 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, when I was doing
as a national service person.
Yeah, I was being paid 350. But you see, I could save like 100 cedis and stuff. But when I get a permanent job as a teacher, I was paid like 1,004. But you see, it will not get to the middle of the semester and the money will be finished.
Okay.
So I was asking myself, what is happening that is making this money? And I was kind of finding a way to better myself, because as a young man, if you can't feed your family, if at the end of the month you can't even send like $50 or 500 cedis to your parents to buy something, you see, it is a little bit of disheartening. So I decided to find ways to better myself so that I can also do something for myself and my family. So we were talking, and this guy told me that if you want to go to Germany, you have to go and learn the German language, which is the airlines. So I went to Ghana Institute of Languages to go and study German and French.
For how long?
I did it for like 4 months.
Okay.
I wrote the airlines exams and I passed, but I got to a point that they needed a block account. They needed like 11. That time we were supposed to get 11,000 euros. I couldn't afford the 11,000 euros. So I told the guy and we started conversing, and he gave me an agent's number.
Okay.
He gave me the agent's number. So I contacted the agent. He took like 2,000 Ghana cedi from me. We started the process, and I had my first school, which was Minnesota State University.
Okay.
In Minnesota. So after that, I was calling the agent and going to the German language course also. So one day I decided to pay the agent a visit. I was calling the agent was not picking. So I went to his website and located it where the company was. So I went there, and when I went there, I saw a lot of people there.
Okay.
I saw a lot of people there. So I went and I told the guy that this is what has happened. I'm having the admission, but the DS 160 and the visa has not been done. So what is the next step? But when I went, the way the people were plenty there, I was shocked. And when I entered the guy's office, I could see that the guy was having a pile of documents on his table. So when he calls you, then you come in and he will type. And the way he was typing, it's kind of disgusting. You see, he will type A and he will come and search R. So I was kind of, so this is an agent that I've given my money, my trust, my faith, and everything to. Meanwhile, this person can't even type. So I decided that since that day, no, I'm not going to let this agent do this for me. If this agent can find all these people to do this for them, then I have to go online to go and search what the agent is doing. So when I was going, something clicked my mind that I should tell the guy that I can help him. So I told him, Tamai, what you are doing, I can help you in 30 seconds. I can type for you. He said, okay, if you can type, come and sit down, come and help me.
Hey, you got a job. You got a job right away.
Yeah, I sat down and he handed me an HP laptop, and he gave me like 15 fast. So when I started typing them on his PC forms, within like 30 minutes, I was able to do like 10. And he said, Chairman, you are very fast too. Okay, let's do this. If you do one, I will give you like 100 cities. So I sat there for like 2 hours. I did like 15. He gave me the money. He gave me my money, the money that I gave him back. He gave me the money back.
You got your money back, your 2,000 Ghana cedis. You said the money don't reach you.
And when I was going, he gave me an extra document that when I go home, I can type online for him. It's okay. So when I went to him, I called him and he showed me the site. I went and I filled it. Look, after filling, it will save as a PDF, then I will send to him. So after that, I told him that I want to take over the application. And he gave me the email. He gave me the email and everything. So the moment I logged into my the email that he gave, the moment I logged in, I saw that the previous application that I did, I had a full funding. I had a full funding from the school, but the agent didn't fill the form. Because they sent a form, a consent form for you to fill so that you endorse that you are accepting the offer. But the agent didn't do it. But you see, that time I've already paid the service fee. I've already paid the visa fee. So I told myself, irrespective of this fact, I'm going for the interview myself without anybody's help. So I went there. The first time I went there without the financial documents. I went there. I spoke to some 1 or 2 guys. I went for the interview and I was bounced.
Bounce in Ghana simply means
I was
denied the US visa.
Yeah, I was denied the US visa for the first time. But when I went there, I learned something.
What did you learn?
When I spoke with some of the guys, they told me that, Master, this US embassy that you are coming, if you don't get 50% or 100%, don't waste your money. So, okay. So I was asking them what they did and they were telling me some things. So you see the US visa, when you buy the service fee, it's valid for 1 year. The service fee is valid for 1 year. That is the most expensive thing that you have to buy for the US visa. It is $350. But currently, I think it is $385. So the moment I got that idea, the moment I was denied, I went back to buy the visa fee again. That time it was 9.6. I went to buy the second one and I scheduled another interview in 5 months' time. I went with a different school and I was denied. I was denied the second time. So the second time too, when I went, last smiled on me and I met a certain lady called Mary Akun.
Mary Akun, okay.
Mary Akun.
Mm-hmm.
She's now in Georgia. Right now, maybe she has completed university. I met Mary Akun and she told me so many information and she introduced me to a certain guy. She's called the Fred Effect.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The Fred Effect. Maybe you might know.
Yeah, I know the Fred. Yeah.
Yeah. So she introduced me to Fred Effect, and Fred Effect was having this group. He was helping people, helping people to apply, and after that they will do mock interview sections with you and stuff for the interview.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was denied the second one, I contacted the Fred Effect, and we started this journey. And Fred was not charging. He was not charging anybody even $1.
Mm-hmm.
He did everything on his own. And Fred gave me so much information that the third one, I had 50%, but I was denied on some weird circumstances. I was almost given the visa, but they denied me. I couldn't transfer my service. I didn't know that if you go for the interview and you are denied, you have to transfer your service because your service, you've been given a new I-20, so you have to transfer. I didn't know. So I went for the third time and I was denied again because I didn't transfer. Because the lady almost gave me the visa, but he told me that he can't locate my service. Did I pay my service? I said, yes, I paid. Where is your receipt? I showed the receipt to him. I showed the receipt to him, and still he was not finding the service. And finally, she asked me, did you transfer your service because you've been here like 2 times? I said, what is that? And he said, you have to transfer the service. I said, okay. I told him I didn't transfer. And she told me, once you didn't transfer, we can't grant you the visa. Take this white paper. It will show you why the reason why you are being denied. When your situation changes, you can reapply. So I left.
So that was the third time.
That was the third time. And the funny thing is that the third time, it was around 22nd December. I went on the 22nd of December.
What a Christmas.
Yeah, I went on the 22nd December, 2022.
2022.
Yeah. And when people were spending the Christmas and enjoying their meals and their goods and their chicken, the money that I was paid as my monthly salary, the moment I I moved from the embassy. I went to GT Bank at Cantonment to go and buy another MRV fee for another interview. For the fourth time.
You were not ready to stop.
No, I was not ready.
Why did you keep going back? Refusal upon refusal, and you kept going back.
Because you see that thing. I was doing backdoors. I was doing different countries backdoors. But you see, because the US, the window of opportunity in US is very big than all the countries, I decided to concentrate on that.
That's 100% true.
Yeah. And you see, the third time I went to the UK, I went to the UK embassy. I went to the UK embassy to do even TB test. I did the TB test, but something told me not to continue the process. I had an agent who told me that he's going to sponsor me to the UK. When I come, I will work for 1 year and I will pay him off. And after that, I can work on my own. A friend of mine that I went with, he's now in UK. Every day we've been communicating, and he's been telling me that is a wise decision that he took. Because working for 1 year for someone, it is not easy. Yeah, and I've
working for 1 year, and then the money goes to pay someone.
Yeah.
So
after the third interview, I was sure that the fourth interview I'll get a visa.
You were sure?
I was sure. Because Fred taught me how to write code emails to professors.
Code emails, huh?
Yeah. So the moment I was denied, when I came home, I sent my graduate coordinator a message. I remember the letter that I sent. Dear Professor, my name is Samolata, writing you from Ghana. I've been denied at the US Embassy for the third consecutive time. Could you please update my financial status, or could you please provide me a graduate assistantship so that the burden on my finances will be a little bit low so that I can get this visa on the fourth attempt? Thank you. I just sent that message to the graduate coordinator. And within 30 minutes, she replied, I can't locate your file. You see, in the US system, you apply to the department, and the department will send your information to the international office.
Yeah.
The international office will give you the I-20. So after the admission, the department don't know what happens next after the admission. So she sent me a follow-up message that if what I'm saying is true, I should provide evidence to that effect by sending my I-20s. My I-20 that I said I've sent, and the refusal letters. So I uploaded my I-20s and the 3 refusal letters.
All 3, so that she can see the refusals.
Yeah. So I sent to her, and within 30 minutes, she said, okay, what have you been doing? And I said, oh, I'm a teacher in Ghana. And said, you're a teacher? Okay. In my department, we have a math lab where we help undergraduate students or college students who want to come to the university to prepare for an exams. So if you could be of help, I will send you a link. Go to the link. If it fits your purpose, you can apply. Then we will have an interview with you. I said, okay, this is a good chance. And the moment I filled the form, they sent me a Zoom link that they'll be having a 15-minute meeting with me, with the math lab coordinator. I said, okay, this is a good opportunity to showcase what I know, because I have been teaching mathematics for quite a while. And if senior high school students are supposed to come to the math lab for me to teach them, this is an opportunity to showcase. So I called some of my students to the library. We were having a fully furnished library that was being done by the GMPC people in Ghana. So I called some of the students to come and sit. I told them that they should sit. I'll provide them lunch. They shouldn't worry about food, because it was break time.
My guy, pause. Guys, if you're watching this, I encourage you to have a pen and a book with you, because there's so much coming out of this guy. You can see how he's just letting out everything. I believe you're going to learn a lot. He literally told you what he wrote for his cold email to send to a professor to ask for funding. He said it A to Z. Hi, my name is this. He said everything. And they tell you, say they watch these videos for the right to. Some of you will be here, you don't know how to write code emails, you are looking for scholarship. You have been asked to contact a supervisor, you're applying to US, you're applying to Australia, you don't know. You see how the guy, they give everything out. Not only that, though, he was giving 15 minutes interview for a job opportunity. But he thought smart. Since I'm going to work in a math lab, why don't I, as a teacher, create my own background, what we call arrangement, make arrangements, make a setup well. Let me set up properly and show them that I'm really, the kind of teacher. So he gathered his students, Charlie, come and day behind me. I will sort all of you out with some drink or go say like that. So that's exactly what you did, so that you can create that background that you have your students behind you, those you teach, and all of that. You see what I mean? No? Evidence is the name of the game. Mr. Nomo was talking. He said the name of the game is what?
It's evidence. Spirituality is not against reasoning.
Spirituality is not against reasoning.
The back door is also an entrance. The back door is also an entrance.
The back door is also an entrance.
I must obey.
I must obey. If it's so, the disciples are talking. You see what
the disciples are talking.
If it's so, So you prep yourself for that interview. You only have a 15 minutes to kind of impress them. So you did your setup. I want you to just go back and tell people again. I know I took you a little bit. I took your pace off, but go. So what did you do? You knew that this was your moment. You gathered your students, and what did you do? You told the students to come and do it.
You see, in my place, I was having a little bit of challenge with my network. So I went to town. I went to the town to buy something, and on my way, I saw the message. So when I came to school, it was break time. It was break. So I called some of the students, Charlie, please come and sit at the library. I will sort you out. And I told one of them to go and bring me a whiteboard so that I can use it to do the illustration for them to see that I teach. And I told them that I'm going to teach you either sets or quadratic equation. Please, if you don't understand anything, please don't ask any question. Otherwise, the 15 minutes, because they've given me what I'm supposed to do, introduction, 2 minutes, delivery, 7 minutes. If you ask question and it delays, it means that I've not been able to achieve my target at the end of the day. It can affect my delivery. So please, if you don't understand anything, just keep quiet.
They should just be like your Oprah Winfrey audience. Yes. Just sit and support you.
Yeah. So they did. I was having like 3 girls and 7 boys.
Okay.
Yeah. And I ring them in such a way that I mix them a boy, a girl, a boy, a girl, a boy, a girl. It was not allowed in my school, because in my school it is a Muslim school, but I did it. And I did, and I ring them. When the time came, I made sure that I was on time like 15 minutes before they will come. So I moved in first.
So you were conscious of the time, you were there before.
Yeah. Because you see, we have the notion that as for the whites, they don't
joke with time.
The moment it was time, the moment it was 11 o'clock, I remember I did the meeting around 1:30. The moment it was 1:15, I saw them logging into. So they came and they said, "Some of you are here already," and I said, "Yes." "Are you ready?" And said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, we would like you to teach quadratic equation for us to see," because I knew that if someone wants to examine you, it will be linear equation or quadratic equation for senior high school. Without that, you can't do anything in mathematics. It is either equation, fractions, or quadratic. They said I should teach quadratic equation. Okay. And I've already prepared the lesson notes there. So I divided the board into 3, wrote the date, wrote the major topic, wrote what I was going to teach, and I decided to start. The moment I started, I wrote 2x, like 2x plus 5 equals 9 for the students to solve as my RPK. In education, we call something RPK, relevant previous knowledge. In everything that you are teaching, you have to make sure that the student can be able to link what you are teaching to what they already know.
They already know, yeah.
So I link it with linear equation. So one of the guys came and solved the question, and I said, okay. And I introduced the topic today. We'll be talking of quadratic equation. And I wrote, any quadratic equation is of the form a squared plus bs plus c equal to 0. Can you please give me any example that you know or you've seen around? Then one of the students came and he wrote, okay. Then I started asking them questions. Then the moment I asked the student the question, the graduate coordinator said, please stop. And I said, okay. Samuel, I think we have to end the interview, because if you've been able to do the RPK, it means you know how to teach. So let's pause the interview. I said, okay. Then after that, they said they will be contacting me in the next few days for me to sign the contract. So I should be waiting for the email from them. And I said, okay. So in about 3 days or so, I had the email and I filled the form, and it was left with bank statement.
So the email that they sent you, was it a positive email?
Yeah, it was a positive email that they have been given 100% graduate assistantship, which will cover my tuition and provide me a monthly stipends of this and this. They provided that, so I should fill and contact the international office. The international office will contact me. So the international office contacted me, but it was left with my bank statement to show so that I can be able to defray the cost of insurance. In the US, insurance is a little bit expensive. So they sent me the I-20 and the insurance was like $2,600. I was not having that money because the money that I borrowed to do these things, it was left with like almost 11,000. I have borrowed money from my pay and I was paying. I've paid like 2 years, so I was not having money. So I have to contact some guys. They introduced me to Billionaires Academy, headed by your friend Hayford. I went to account building. I was the only person going for account building from Monday to Friday from Ampong. So those who are listening, the ECOWAS group, they are aware of what I'm saying. I was going from Ampong, which is about 2 hours drive from Kumasi. I was going there every day just to build my account so that I can get something to present for the last interview. So after getting the money in my account, I had like 60,000 and so in my account. I printed a statement and I went for the interview. And when I went for the interview, I knew that these people, because I've been there 4 times, and those of people who have been to the Accra embassy, the windows for F1 are only 3. I've been there 4 times, and one person can interview you twice.
The same person cannot interview twice.
Yeah. So we were in a queue, and when it got to my turn, I went to the person who interviewed me on the 3rd attempt. So whilst we were doing the interview, he asked me, so what is your funding situation? When I told him, he said, Mr. Samuel, I can't continue the interview because I've interviewed you before. You've been here before. An interview. So wait, let me call someone to come and interview.
They want to make sure there's no personal bias.
Yeah. My heart skipped a bit because I knew that if I go to the next window, that person too has interviewed me. When I go to another window, the person too has interviewed me.
So all of them have interviewed you.
Yeah. So the moment I told her that I've been interviewed 3 times by all these people, and you were the last person to interview me, they said, okay, we have another person who is new. We will bring her to come and interview. So wait. So I stood there for like 5 minutes, and they brought an intern. When I saw the intern, I knew that this intern is going to ask me tough questions.
Wow.
Because a new person, an intern vying for a position, he will never ask you the generic questions.
Yeah.
But the US
embassy, they impress their bosses, eh?
Yeah. And the intern came, and the supervisor too came. They were 2. The intern was there, and the supervisor was at her back.
Pause right there for me. The intern was right there. The supervisors were at the back. If you are enjoying this video, share it right away. Share it everywhere. Let your friends watch it. Hit the like button as well if you are liking this, and make sure you're subscribing as well. Because whenever we bring the interviews like this, when it's hot, if you are live and you watch it live, the feeling be different. You see what I did mean? No? So the supervisors were behind the intern. The intern was ready for you.
And at the moment the intern came, he asked me, the first question was, what has changed from your previous application? And that time too, Fred has given me the gist of all the questions that I should be expecting, because once I've been there before, they will ask me this question. So he asked me what has changed, and I said, oh, the first time that I came with no funding. The second time I came with no funding. The third time I came with 50%, and this one I'm coming with 100%.
So meaning you've covered all the ground.
Yeah. And he told me that he said, no, I'm asking you that what has changed that has made you to get the 100% from the previous application. And I told her point blank that the first one, it was done, the first 2 was done by an agent. So I took over the application, and I did the third time, and I had 50%, and I did the fourth one, and I had 100% by applying for a teaching position at the department. I said, oh, okay. Then she looked back, and the woman nodded. I saw the woman nodding. And I said, okay, can you school me through what you did? And I told her that I did the West evaluation. The moment I made mention of the World Education Service evaluation, he said, can I see it? I handed over the document, and he started asking me questions. What do you do for a living? And I said, I teach numbers. And he said, what? I teach numbers. I'm a mathematics teacher. And he said, he had. So the question that was coming.
You teach numbers. I like that.
I teach numbers. You see, the question that was coming, I started to feel that this thing, I'm going to get a visa. But once he stopped asking me the difficult questions, I knew that I'm having the visa already.
Yeah.
Then after that, he said I should wait for a minute. They are going back. They went back to go and discuss something. Went back, and he said when they came back, she asked me again. she asked me again, what did you do? Because my third time, I don't know if the person that interviewed me the third time wrote something on my
On your
application.
file.
For the third time when I came, I almost had a visa, but I was denied because I didn't transfer myself.
Transfer your service here.
And he asked me what happened during your previous application. I said when I came in for the third time, I was not able to transfer my service, so I was denied. He said, okay. And jovially, she asked me, did you transfer this time? I said, oh, yes, I transferred the visa. I transferred the service. Yeah. And after having so many conversations, I was, I was panting for breath. And she asked me, do you have any questions to ask me? Do you have any questions to ask me? And I said, yes, I have a question to ask you. So I relaxed and I asked, what program did you do to become consulate? And she told me that it is School of Life.
School of Life.
School of Life. She did English, she did international politics, and right now she's working at the consulate. So that is what she did.
School of Life.
Yeah. And she gave me the white paper. When she gave, I was having a hat. I was having a hat. When she gave me, thank you, Mr. Samuel, your visa has been approved. This will show you how to collect your visa. Congratulations once again. And the moment I collected the white paper, I left. I left without even thinking that I brought a hat, because I didn't want the third experience to happen again. For the third experience, I nearly left, and the woman called me back. So I didn't want the third experience to happen. So I just took the white paper and off we go. I left from the embassy. And when I was going, I was thanking God. Fourth attempt. It was not easy.
It wasn't easy.
It wasn't easy because my toil has not been in vain. And I knew that once I get a visa and get here, by all means, the money that I've spent, by all means, I will be able to recoup the money. And also, I would, because when I was coming, so many things happened. When I was coming for my fourth interview, I didn't have even transportation fee. I have to go and see a certain woman to give me 100 Ghana cedi. All the friends, all the colleague teachers that I teach with, I called them and nobody was able to give me 150 cedis for transport. So you see the kind of life that teachers in Ghana live, like they will calculate what they will eat, they will go and borrow from stores, and they will use it to they will use their money to do certain things, and after that, when the month comes, they will go and pay. There's no teacher in Ghana who maybe 20th of the following year will get you 500 cedis. They will not get, because it is not easy.
Wow.
You can ask them, they know it. Because I taught for 6 years. I taught for 6 years in Ghana.
But your salary, so as a national service personnel, you were making about 350 Ghana cedis.
Yeah.
Which is probably around what? Less than $30, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Less than $30, right? Canadian, less than $30 Canadian, so probably about 20 something USD. But when you became a teacher, the salary wasn't still good. When you became like a full-time teacher after your service,
it was like 4 times of the national service fee, like 1,004.
1,004, so a little over $100.
Yeah, 1,004. Yeah, 1,004. That was what I was taking for the first year. The first year I was taking 1,004. So you see, every year they will increase the salary. Yeah, every year they will increase it. So when I was coming, I was taking like 3,001. I was taking like 3,001. Yeah. But the more you teach in GES, your salary does not depend whether you have masters or PhD. That is why I decided that once I've entered GES, I will never do any masters or any PhD in Ghana. Because if you have PhD and I've taught more than you, I will receive salary more than you. That is in Ghana GES. Our salary increases based on the number of years that you've taught, not based on the qualification that you have.
I see.
Yeah.
Sammy, so there's one thing that you said happened during your interview, and I was shocked at the answer you gave. The answer told me that this guy, anyway, so you were asked the question, what has changed significantly from your third visa interview to date that should warrant you to be considered positively for your visa? And then you explained and said this happened, you didn't have the funding, but now you have 100% funding.
Yeah.
And then the woman pushed you again by asking you another question. And then you said, actually, what happened was that the first two interviews that I came for, it was an agent.
Yeah, she purposefully asked me that, what did I do right that I didn't do the previous application? That was what she asked me. And I told him that the first two applications,
it was an agent.
They were done by an agent. I took over the application.
But you took over the application.
Yeah. I took over the application. I did everything from start to finish myself, and I had 50%. And this time around, I'm coming with 100%.
Sammy, you know, a typical Ghanaian will not even mention the part of the agent, but you did. Do you even lie at all? You look like somebody who cannot lie. You see,
these are people that have done psychology, and they can read your face to determine whether you are lying or not. So I was not ready to lie, because I've gone through agent before, so I saw it as an opportunity to use it. So I used it. And frankly speaking, I didn't know what came to my mind that made me to say it, because I was not prepared for. I was not prepared for that question. After the first interview that they didn't ask me about those things, I was not prepared. My mind was not prepared for that. So the moment he asked me, I have to take a little brief before I can continue. Then I started telling him. And you see, they have some eye contact that they do. They will just be typing and stop and be looking at you, gazing at you like this. The consulates, if those people have been going there, they will pretend as being busy. They will be busy typing. And then while they will stop and they will look at you like this. Then they will remove their eyes and then start typing again. Those are all these psychologies that they use to deny people. Because the guy who was in front of me, he was going for PhD, full funding, he was denied.
Full funding PhD, he was denied.
Full funding, he was denied. So you can't tell what they use to deny people. But me, I think that if your time is up, no earthly impediment could obstruct your success. That is what I believe. And I believe in time. I believe in time. If your time is up, maybe you see, at time God delays you so that He will prepare you for something bigger. But we don't see that picture. But just that people are not ready to sacrifice, because there are some sacrifices that you have to do, like contacting coordinators. Some of them will not even reply. Some will bounce you. Some will not reply. But you shouldn't give up, because I think that per the applications, per those who did the application, nobody has done application more than me. So today I was writing some of the schools that I can remember. I wrote some of them.
Sammy, I would like us to go through some of the names of the schools, and I'm going to ask you some few questions. But let me ask a question on behalf of my African women or ladies. And Sammy, please, so are you single or you are married? The way you are
I'm not married for now.
Hey, Sammy, the women are here. There are so many single ladies on this platform.
My family members are even watching. My sister is in Canada. My sister Doreen Techua, if you are watching, hi.
Doreen Techua,
yeah, and my brother
is single. May advertising I'm advertising him. Single ladies.
My brother Daniel too is watching from My brother Daniel too is watching from Ontario.
Daniel is also watching from Ontario. Nice.
I greet them.
Nice. Sammy, how many schools do you think you have applied to in order to get to where you are right now? When you decided you wanted to travel?
So many of the schools.
How many? When you put them together, like how many?
I can count, if I combine all the schools that I applied from all countries, I can count like maybe 50 or 60.
50 or 60 schools?
Yes.
And
because at times, I was doing try and error. If I hear that maybe this country is having it, then I'll go and do it. You see, I did Sweden. In Sweden, they have something they call the Swedish Institute. You apply for the schools, then you apply for a scholarship. I applied. I had some school called John Compin University.
John Compin University, okay.
John Compin University, but I didn't get funding. You see, the Swedish Institute will offer you the funding to come in school. But if you don't get the funding, it is very expensive to go to Sweden. So I stopped. I had a school in Austria. I had University of Luxembourg. And Austria and University of Luxembourg, you have to do what we call super legalization.
Yeah.
Super legalization. You have to send your documents to the Foreign Affairs Ministry, to Education Ministry for them to stamp it. After that, you send it to Abuja. If you're in Ghana, you have to send it to Abuja. If they approve it, then you have to send it to the school before they're looking at all those factors and the cost involved. I have to show the University of Luxembourg and the Austria school.
You didn't have the money.
I didn't have the money. And before that, I have gone to Ghana Institute of Languages. I've gone to Ghana Institute of Languages to go and study German. I did apply for University of Potsdam. I had data science, but the block account prevented me from going. And I went to UK. As for the UK schools, I have so many of them because UK is very friendly when you to Ghanaians. If you apply, they will give you the funding.
Okay. The guy is going to mention him. Make sure you have your book ready. If you don't pay attention, you come back and watch the video.
Yeah. I had admission from Swansea University, University of Alberta, American University, Middlesex University, York St. John's, University of Bridgeport, Ball State University, Simon Fraser University, University of San Francisco, University of Westminster, Kent State, Bridgeport, Cardiff University, University of Hull, University of Bridgeport, New York University, Hofstra University in New York, University of South Dakota, Montclair University, Murdoch University, University of Luxembourg, University of Liverpool, Georgia University, University of Exeter, Minnesota, University of Shrewsbury. So those are the schools that I can remember that I got admission, but I applied to so many of them that I couldn't even remember.
I believe you when you say you cannot even.
I couldn't even remember because
guys.
Because
if you are watching this video right, I want you to give it up to this guy. Me, Choco Millionaire, I didn't apply to even half of the schools they applied to.
Because I was kind of desperate because I was telling myself that I have to leave Ghana. I want to leave Ghana. So any opportunity I have to. And when I was about coming, I went to Campus France too at KNUST. I went to the office and I did the application, but I didn't pay the application fee of 700 cedis. I didn't pay because that time I have gone for the visa. I was waiting for the passport to come so that I can travel. Because I was just looking for an opportunity to get to leave Ghana. That was my aim. But the concentration and the major focus was on the US. Yeah. So when I go and I see that I can't get the money, then I shun them. And you see, one funny thing is that I didn't want to worry my sister. My sister is in Canada. I didn't want to worry her. Because you see, I'm a man. And you see the married women, everything you tell them, they'll go and tell their husband. Let me go and tell my husband if they can help you. Let me go and tell my husband. But if you're a man and you want to depend on your sisters, no, that shouldn't be it. Fight for your own. That was the philosophy. I have to fight for my own. Yeah. So in life, you have to struggle, you have to sacrifice, and you have to achieve. So you see, when I see your for one statement, you can go and check your subscribers. The first time that I heard of you, I subscribed to your page for 3 months. You can go and check. You can go and use the same name and go and check. I was using a Vodafone number to subscribe monthly. And I was the first person to join your online when you were teaching people how to apply for new branch of community college.
Yeah.
It was very late in Ghana, but I watched your video. You can go and check. If you have the list, you can go and check the people who were there.
Yeah.
So when I see the opportunity, I don't slack.
You don't slack.
No, I don't slack because I want to move.
And that particular video, I did it very late. So
very late. It was very late, but I made time to watch it because you see, nobody is a repository of knowledge. You have to learn. You have to learn to get knowledge.
Juliet E says you are desperately intelligent with good wisdom and directions. A big amen. He's a very intelligent man, very articulate, speaks things as they are. He doesn't sugarcoat, you can tell. He's a true son of the soil, no sugarcoating, says things as they are. And exciting thing is that he's God-fearing too, and he's also single. All the single ladies in the building will say amen to that. You're in 2024. No, it be so. Sammy, so all these schools you applied to, you said that you wanted to leave Ghana. Why was the edge there? Why were you, why was like an agency? What was the reason? What was the driving force?
Like so many factors. You see, if right now, if Ghana could have provided a platform or a medium for the youth that are coming to develop themselves without depending on these politicians, I wouldn't have left Ghana because I love Ghana. The weather, the food, everything, I would have stayed in Ghana. Because the platform for you to develop is not there. Even if the platform is there, if you're not a party member, they will not see you. You see, when I was in Ghana, I was doing football. I love football. So I used to play football when I was a kid in high school. I was doing football and I met this man. I don't want to mention the man's name because the man is very popular in Ghana.
Okay.
He sent me to GMPC Scholarship Secretariat. I will send you that document behind
for me to review. Okay, I appreciate you send it to me. Okay.
And I applied. And they sent me a message that I've qualified. They are adding me to the scholarship list. Up to now, I didn't hear anything from them again.
Up to now?
Yeah, I didn't hear anything from them again.
And how long ago has it been so far, though?
Like 2021. It was 2021. And that time, the person that sent me was the CEO of that organization. So you see, the platform for you to develop yourself as a youth, it's not there. Even if you are doing something, people are sabotaging your effort. If you are not a party member. So you see the thing. And right now in Ghana, you can ask those in Ghana, they can't buy bundle. Why can't they buy bundle?
Internet bundle.
They can't just buy internet bundle if they want to speak the truth, because internet bundle in Ghana is now expensive. If you don't have money, you can't access the internet. You see, and right now you see Jay Kwashi and Co have been. When I was in Ghana, I joined Jay Kwashi's program SQL. I was doing SQL online. You see, the time was around 10 to 11. You'll be doing the online. They will switch off the light. So you see that all these factors doesn't contribute for you to explore other avenues. There are a lot of people who, if they are given the opportunity, they can become great like Jay Kwashi and Co. Because the opportunities are not there. They are not there for the youth. And one funny thing is that the politicians, when I was about 3 years ago, they signed a very hefty deal with StarTimes to provide all households with StarTimes. That's the number of people who are having the StarTimes. They are not having. In my village, they came and rented a building. They wrote StarTimes Distribution Center. I went there personally to go and ask for the StarTimes decoder. I didn't get it. They told me that they just came to just pin the building. Just that. I didn't get it, the decoder. So see the kind of politicians we have, and this woman went to parliament to defend everything that they signed a deal. And right now, if you are in Ghana and you want to watch Ghana Blasters match, if you don't have StarTimes, you can't watch. Why? GTV can't broadcast Ghana match. You have to go and watch from StarTimes. So you see, looking at all these things, I said to myself, I have to leave. So when I joined the group, your brother from Nigeria, Obilo or Chima,
yeah.
At times I will contact him and I will WhatsApp him that, Charlie, what is going on in the page? And you write, this is what we should do. They were posting stuff, and I said, okay, Canada is very good, but Canada, my heart was not there.
Your heart was not there. And I love people like you. You're very honest. Wherever you feel good about, you should go for it. You said something about the US, which is true. US, the opportunities are vast, bigger than any other country. In fact, the opportunities in the US for you to grow, for you to expand yourself is way more than that of Canada.
And it is the cheapest country for you to apply if you can.
It's also the cheapest. You can actually get application fees waived.
Yes.
$0 application fees. Just apply.
Yeah.
And they have the most scholarship in the world too, isn't it?
And in terms of the visa application too, it is the cheapest.
It's the cheapest.
Someone will say that Germany, the Europe country is $50. But $50, if you buy one and they deny you, you have to go and buy another one. But the US is valid for 1 year. You can go 20 times. They don't matter.
Listen to this part too. If you pay once, you can go how many times?
20 times per year. It is valid for 1 year. So if 1 year you are going for 20 times, you don't care. Just pay the service. You can go for 1 year. I use one to go for 3 interviews.
One service fee
to go for 3. So the US is the cheapest. So if you tell me that the US, the service fee is $185, so it's expensive. I don't think it's expensive, because you can go for the number of time you want in a year if you care. Right? So this is the cheapest. All the other countries, if they deny you, you have to go and buy the same thing you bought another time. You have to go and buy it another time. You have to buy it. But the US, valid for 1 year.
All right, Sammy, let's talk about life in the US. When did you land?
I was supposed to come here in August, but I came July.
You came in July.
Yeah. I wanted to come and familiarize myself with the environment and everything.
And so far,
and acclimatize myself because I don't like cold weather. Frankly speaking, I don't like cold weather. So I have to come very early so that I will acclimatize very well and settle into the environment before they start. Because the program that I'm doing, I've never done applied statistics before. I did mathematics education. Just that I did a little bit of statistics. So I'm venturing into another field. So I have to come prepare myself. And if there's something that I have to learn before the academic season starts.
I see. And so far, how would you describe the experience so far in the US?
Oh, for now, I can see that if you put in much effort, you'll be rewarded. But when I wrote my first end of my finance, I was a little bit of doubting myself that I won't perform well. But when the results came, I had to the glory of God, I had all A's.
Wow.
I had all A's because the system is like that. You see, they will give you so many assignments. Every day of lecture is an assignment day. Every day they will give you assignment. But once you do the assignment, you are assured of maybe your 70 or your 60 marks there. The finals will cater for the 30 or at times 25 or at times 40, depending on the professor. So the US system, if you are diligent and you want to do something for yourself, it is very easy. Just that you see, you have to struggle a little bit with weather, with food, and that stuff.
When I was on board the plane coming to Canada in 2014, I said some prayers to God in the plane. I said, God should give me the wisdom to make the most of this opportunity to glorify Him.
Yeah.
What do you want to make of this opportunity of going to study on this? What do you want to make of it? What does it mean to you, and what do you want to make of it?
I just want to change. I want to change how my children and my great grandchildren will be in the nearby future. Right now, I don't live for myself. I live for my future generation. So every decision that I'm taking, I have to take into account my children and my next generation. That is what right now I'm doing.
Beautiful.
Because I don't want what happened to me. You see, Choco, I have a very sad story, but just that I don't want to tell people. You see, when I completed junior high school, those who know me, I had 6 A's. Although the school that I went was not that good. I had 6 A's. But because
you had 6 A's, all A's.
I had 6 A's. But because I was not having money, I was not able to do science.
You couldn't do science because there was no money?
There was no money. I couldn't do science.
To go to secondary school and do science?
Yeah. I couldn't do science. I did business. And when I completed, people were telling me you have to go and find a course. That's when you finish, you get a job and stuff. That landed me to go and do mathematics education. Because looking at the talent that God gave me, I shouldn't have been at that place. But I went because I knew that when I finish, I'll get a job.
As a teacher?
Yeah. And you see all those friends that were in class with me, the BTA class, they know what I'm talking about. Because I was not a bad student.
If you had a means to go to high school in Ghana and do science, what would you have wanted to become? What was your dream?
I was always telling my students that I want to become a pilot or an aerospace engineer. I was telling them when I go to class, I have a funny way of telling them that, Master, you have to study so that you become a pilot. Always, I was telling them that to become some of my students call me pilot. The moment I step into class, then they will start laughing. Mr. Pilot is in. Because growing up, where we used to live in Kumasi was closer to the Kumasi airport. We live in Sipe Bokum. So during weekends, they will bring some drones, small planes. They will bring some drones. The white people will bring drones. They will be flying around. And the boys, you go to the bush, go and hide and catch the drones. Bring it home, and they will come over to the house, come and take their drones back. So I was fascinated by that technology. We've gone and hide and we've been able to capture these drones, and they've been able to detect the exact location where we are to come for their drones. Yeah, those people who know what I'm talking about, Kumasi Bukrum, Sipe Bukrum, we were closer to the airport. You just have to cross the river to the airport. Every weekend, they will bring their families with drones. They will be moving around, showing the place, and the boys too. At times, we will take some big sticks and just hit it, and it will fall down. You will take it. We just want to see what was inside. So growing up, I fancy being an aerospace engineer or a pilot. So my students that are watching, I've been telling them I want to become a pilot. I want to become a pilot. When I go and I tell them that I'll become a pilot, they will tell me about you. Now, a pilot. Say, then I'll be laughing. I'll be telling them that everything is possible. Because if I had the means, if we had the means, I could have achieved. But I tell myself that it is not over. Anything can happen.
It's not over. Amen. And I know the United States will give you the opportunity to aspire and do more. And we're all here to hustle, isn't it? And then we'll go back to the continent to make the continent.
Right now, I'm learning from your friends. Your friends are giving me the inspiration. So I'm trying to balance applied statistics and machine learning and artificial intelligence.
I have no doubt that you were
where it will lead me. And very soon I'll come to Canada to visit you. Don't worry.
Amen. Amen to that. Yeah. Such a smart brother here. Very, very smart. And I wish him all the best. God continue to renew you in health, and wisdom, and intellect every which way. And then I know you'll achieve more. And then the right time when you go back to Ghana, we'll be happy to benefit from the wealth of knowledge and wisdom that you have at the right time.
Yeah.
Sammy, I'd like you to look straight into the camera. There are many people who are under the sound of your voice right now. Speak to somebody who is destitute, somebody who is depressed in many ways, or probably going through most of the things that you went through as a young man growing up, or somebody who was on the verge of giving up. Speak to somebody right now.
Yeah, all that I want to tell them that is that they shouldn't give up. They should set a priority and focus on the priority, because without the focus, you can't achieve anything. And you see, in life, nobody is going to help you. You have to help yourself. Fight on, and very soon your helper will come for you. So what I'm telling the youth is that they shouldn't give up on their dreams. If you want to achieve something, for now, the youth of Ghana is having the opportunity to transform and change and renew their mind.
Amen.
It is just renewing their mind. If they renew their mind, they are good to go.
Amen.
The vision is set for an appointed time. Even though it is tiring, it will surely come to pass.
Amen.
And the Lord is telling them that when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen for them.
Amen.
I'm just telling them that they shouldn't hang up their boots. They should continue. And by all means, one day they will see the stars.
Thank you. Would you like to use this opportunity to also appreciate anybody that God has used to transform your life from when you were young all the way to now?
Yeah, I want to thank Mr. Kwame Obinyeboa. He's right now in the U.S. Navy. Although he's a very busy man, I don't know if he'll be able. Maybe his wife will watch this video. I want to say, may God bless him very much, because without him, I couldn't have made it in UCC. I was struggling in UCC, and he came handy for me. I want to use this opportunity to thank him very much, and also to thank all the guitar content creators like yourself, especially the Fred Effect, and the lady that I met during my third interview, which is the second interview, Mariako of Golden State University. And I want to also thank Hayford No More Wars. Spirituality is not against reasoning. Iron must obey. The back door is also an entrance. And all the ECOWAS bank group building members, especially Emmanuel Asante. He was the group leader, and actually he helped me a lot. And also I want to thank people like Peter Beua, I'm Cosmos, we are Cosmos, and everybody that is trying to inspire the youth of Africa to awaken their subconsciousness to develop themselves to whichever level they want to develop themselves. May God bless everybody, and may God add his blessings to our hustle.
Thank you very much. Is there any social media platform that people can reach out to you? I know you're a busy person. I'm not trying to give you more.
I'm on Facebook. If
you're comfortable, you can mention it. If you're not comfortable.
I'm on Facebook by the name Arthur Samuel, and LinkedIn to the same name, Arthur Samuel.
So if somebody goes on LinkedIn, they can see your profile and everything there.
You can see my profile with a quote, with a shining quote there.
Beautiful. How many African students do you have in your university where you are?
We have like about 15 students. In my apartment, we are 3 African. We are 3 Ghanaians in my apartment now.
Is there a place you recommend for people to come and study to?
In my school, yeah. If you want to come here, there are opportunities here. You see, I've realized something about the US citizens. Even if you give them funding, they will not accept it because they are working full time. They will not accept the funding.
Really?
Yeah, they will not accept it. Because the funding is kind of a little bit like stressful, but not to us. Because they are working and they are getting like 5,000, 8,000 per month, and you are giving them assistantship, which you will pay them like 1,200 per month. They will not accept it. They will go and work. They prefer to go and work. So just follow the steps. Just send code emails, and don't be wasting your time to apply to school which you can't get funded. It is not about applying to many schools. I didn't know that. It is not about applying to many schools, but it's about seeking a professor who will fund your studies, who will give you the graduate assistantship, so that when you come here, life will be a little bit easy for you. So contact the graduate coordinators of the program that you want to apply. In the US, all the information is there online. Go to the program you want to apply, take the email or take the phone number. Just send the person a code email about your intention to apply and ask for funding. If you ask for funding, or if you can ask him where does he or she think that you can get funding to fund you, and they are really available to tell you all this thing. At times in the department, there wouldn't be funding, but he can show you that when you go to the international office, when you go to this hall, they have this thing there. You can use it to pay your. They will give you that knowledge.
I see. Wow, this is my first major interview in the year 2024, and I hope you liked it, you enjoyed it, every part of it from the beginning to the end. The tempo has just been going up like that, and I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you are liking this video. Make sure you're subscribing. Send this video to yourself. You're going to need it at some point when the going gets tough and you're looking for ideas. Lots of ideas shared here in this video. His experiences, how he overcame the many challenges he had along the way. And he also talked about agents, but there was something about the agent that I really liked.
Yeah.
Even though the agent did not have all the skill set to do what he was doing, you could tell that the agent was also very transparent. When he asked for the login information, the agent gave it. The agent didn't say, no, I'm seizing your documents, give me this. So that's a very good sign of a good agent there. And the agent was also willing to accept help. And when he told him that, look, I do this typing that you're doing, that you're struggling, I can help you and do it for you. He gave him the opportunity to do it. And the agent was also very diligent and paid him for his service. He paid him 100 Ghana cedis for his service. By the end of the day, he had done about 15 of those already, and then he got him some money. And the agent ended up giving him his money back. So in spite of every shortfall from the agent, I still like these qualities about the agent. And I hope we'll have a lot of people who are working like this and helping our people, being truthful as well. All right. But I like your industriousness. You are very industrial. You're very hardworking. You're a smart man. You don't look like somebody who takes a no for an answer. You'll keep pushing and pushing until the right thing happens. And you also believe in the law of timing, which means that we must also trust God's timing when we are doing our own things, that his will align with what we want to do. Thank you so much for coming on my platform. I hope to have him here again, so we can just explore life in the US as a graduate student. If you did enjoy this could also be yours. He actually reached out and said he wanted to share. He actually has sent me messages in the past, but God made it possible for us to interact. And so we got in touch, we explored, and then we picked today to do. This could also be you. Do you have a story you like to share with the rest of the world? Do you have an interesting story? Please send me an email, chocomillionaire@gmail.com, and put the subject there that you like to share your story on my channel, and I will reach out to you personally in due time. We'll have that conversation. And I want you to stay around and inspire somebody. Remember, you're born to be a winner. No matter what the circumstances say, you will be victorious. Never give up. From myself and Samuel, have a great day. And let me also say, for those who have been trying to reach me, please look in the bio of my channel. There is an option where you can reach me through my PA. Please remember that I'm not able to respond to personal queries through email. So please do not send long immigration queries hoping that I can send. I do not have the time to be able to do that. But those who want to reach me, private chats, you can always make an appointment with my PA. So please do that. And tag somebody in this, share it in your Telegram groups, share it anywhere. Charlie, this year, boys need information like this. No, we need to stretch ourselves, explore. The opportunity is big out there. The US especially, massive opportunities all over. And some of our brothers need to go tap into it, pick some of it, come back home so we can build a continent. Sammy, God bless you. Have a good day. And I can assure you, the single women, they are there plenty. Some of them will be sending me the application. I go vet them where. When I vet them, I go send you the report. Okay?
Okay,
God bless you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.